In recent years, Bavet, a border town in Cambodia's Svayuing province, has become a prominent hotspot in investigative reports on cybercrime and transnational scam operations. Its location adjacent to the Vietnamese border, the once thriving infrastructure built for casinos and entertainment complexes, and the appearance of heavily guarded buildings disguised as tech companies or service centers have made Bavet an ideal environment for international criminal organizations to establish their bases. The combination of geographical convenience, lax oversight, enormous profit from online scams, and an uncontrolled flow of migrant workers has contributed to its notorious label as the scam capital of Cambodia, a title no one desires, but one that accurately reflects the alarming reality unfolding there. Bavet was once a major casino hub on the Southeast Asian border, drawing a large stream of visitors from Vietnam. When casino activities were tightened and many gambling operations shut down, numerous luxurious buildings, hotels, resorts, and office complexes became abandoned. This created the perfect opportunity for transnational criminal groups to take over the unused spaces and transform them into closed fortresses for large-scale scam networks. Inside these buildings, rooms are converted into call centers, scam operation hubs, technology control rooms, and confined living spaces for trafficked workers. The entire structure is reinforced with armed guards, high walls, barbed wire, and dense surveillance systems, making it nearly impossible for outsiders to detect what is happening inside. One of the key factors behind Bavet's rise as a center of criminal activity is its border location. Just minutes from Vietnam's Moc Bai International Checkpoint, Bavet receives a constant flow of travelers crossing daily. This makes it an ideal location for criminal groups to recruit individuals from Vietnam using enticing promises of easy jobs, high salary, online customer service, or office work. Many victims agree to cross into Cambodia without realizing they are being sold to scam syndicates, stripped of their passports, locked in confined rooms, and forced to commit illegal acts. Inside these scam compounds, operations are organized like industrial production lines. Trafficked workers are trained according to scripted scam scenarios, with some acting as bank employees, others posing as police officers, tax officials, investigators, or even romantic partners online. They must memorize dialogues, learn intimidation techniques, gather personal data from victims, and guide targets into transferring money into accounts controlled by the syndicate. Failure to meet quotas often results in beatings, starvation, electric shocks, or being sold to another company. Many individuals have died within these compounds without anyone ever knowing. These harrowing accounts paint a grim picture of Bavet's reputation on the global stage. The scam networks operating in Bavet use highly sophisticated methods. They employ deep fake technology to fabricate video calls, create replica banking and investment websites and apps, simulate profit dashboards to lure victims, and exploit psychological vulnerabilities to maximize financial extraction. Many Vietnamese victims have lost hundreds of millions to billions of dong through investment applications, online trading tools, romance scams, and impersonation schemes. The criminals carefully study their targets and manipulate emotions, trust, fear, or greed, giving victims the false impression that they are engaging in legitimate financial activities before wiping out their assets entirely. Victims trafficked into Bavet come from various countries: Vietnam, China, Thailand, Malaysia, the Philippines, Myanmar, and even African nations. Many are sold repeatedly between different scam companies. Some compounds even hold auctions where trafficked individuals are treated as commodities. These accounts, documented by international organizations and media, cement Bavet's position as a major node in global criminal operations. Recent crackdowns by Cambodian authorities reveal the staggering scale of these scam centers. Some raids have resulted in hundreds of arrests and the seizure of thousands of phones, laptops, and technical equipment. Dozens of Vietnamese victims have been rescued in severely weakened physical condition or suffering from psychological trauma. Yet experts believe the dismantling of a few networks only scratches the surface. Whenever one center is shut down, new ones emerge elsewhere. Gaps in governance, immense profitability, and well-connected transnational networks make combating this form of crime extremely challenging. Another major factor contributing to Bavet's status as a crime hub is the involvement of foreign crime bosses, particularly from China and other East Asian nations. These syndicate leaders purchase or lease entire buildings, invest in infrastructure, hire large numbers of workers, and use bribes or influence to reduce the risk of inspections. Their companies appear legitimate, complete with signage, receptionists, and security teams. But inside, they operate multi-million-dollar scam engines. The money extracted from victims is funneled through cryptocurrency channels and multi-layered laundering systems, making it nearly impossible to trace back to the masterminds. Stories from rescued victims often follow similar patterns. Lured by promises of high-paying jobs, they cross into Cambodia only to have their passports confiscated. They are then forced into grueling work shifts of 12 to 16 hours per day, tasked with scamming as many victims as possible. Resisting results in beatings or torture. Some must imitate romantic partners to manipulate victims emotionally. Others impersonate bank officials to request verification payments. And some pose as investigators, threatening victims with money laundering allegations. Those who fail to perform are sold to other companies, extorted for ransom, or abandoned without resources. The vast border and sophisticated human trafficking networks create strong collaboration between brokers in both Vietnam and Cambodia. A victim can be transported from Vietnam to Bavet in just a few hours via secret trails, private vehicles, or even legally through border checkpoints using tourist documentation. Once inside a compound, they effectively disappear. This makes rescue efforts extremely difficult, as victims' locations are constantly changed and compounds shift operations whenever they sense a crackdown. Within Bavet, there are zones known as black triangles due to their complexity and danger. These areas consist of tightly packed buildings guarded by armed personnel, accessible only to those with internal identification cards. Journalists, investigators, or authorities cannot enter without special authorization. Inside, companies operate with strict hierarchy, including managers, technicians, call center scammers, security teams, logistics coordinators, and financial handlers. The entire system functions like a massive machine with one goal: extract as much money from victims as possible. The situation in Bavet is not only a story of organized crime, but also a social crisis. Many locals facing poverty and limited job opportunities have become involved as guards, drivers, cooks, and support staff for the scam centers. Some knowingly participate because the pay far exceeds legitimate work. This integration of local labor further entangles the scam economy and makes dismantling it even more difficult. For Vietnamese victims, the number being trafficked to Bavet continues to rise. Many are young people, even students, tempted by quick money schemes. Upon arrival, they are confined, unable to contact their families, and only through joint rescue operations or successful escape do they regain freedom. Some families must raise enormous sums to pay ransom demands. Others never locate their missing loved ones. All these realities have cemented Bavet as a symbol of transnational scam activity in Southeast Asia. It is not the only location in Cambodia facing this issue, but it is the most prominent due to its geography, the size of its compounds, and the influence of its criminal networks. Its close ties to international syndicates make it a critical node in global criminal chains involving online scams, human trafficking, and money laundering. Overall, referring to Bavet as the scam capital of Cambodia is not just a sensational label. It reflects a long-standing reality, a border town filled with fortified buildings where thousands are trapped and millions of dollars flow through the hands of cybercriminals every month. It serves as a warning for anyone considering vague overseas job offers and represents an ongoing challenge for law enforcement agencies in both Cambodia and Vietnam as they work to combat, dismantle, and rescue victims from these criminal networks. Thank you for watching this story. If you found it meaningful, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video. And now it's time to say goodbye. Thank you for staying with Societal Stories.